XX Factor. I didn't really feel like getting dressed in sari and all that. And last time, actually, a couple of people asked, why no sari? So I realized that everyone here is expecting me to come dressed to the nines. So hence, I thought my face and my nails could do with a little attention today. So my date today is, as usual, a really interesting person. I met her because her partner is a really close friend of mine. But in the last year, the pandemic, the year that we've all had, she has been a source of so much inspiration and joy for me. I am so proud to call her my friend. So it gives me a lot of pleasure to invite her in today, and we are going to be talking about something that was sparked off by something that she said. She's very young, but she has so much wisdom. Our topic for today is sharing space, and I can see a bunch of you are coming in, so I'm going to, before I invite her in, say hi to all of you. Shout out to all my dear friends who are here. Thank you, all of you. I know that all of you have come in here because of my date, so without wasting any more time, and I'll continue saying hi. Hello, TJ. Hi, Papiha, Gaurav. Socially Foodie is here. So if you've been following my stories, the pies I've been making have been courtesy of her recipes. And oh my God, hello, gorgeous.
I had to stand up and do something. How to get there, how to do it. You're looking so good, so good.
I am looking a little crazy. My mother looks up, my mom's doing a recording, and then she looks up and she's like, oh God, dar lagta hai. And I'm like, okay, just go back to your recording and don't say anything more.
I think it's amazing. The way you've just clashed all the colors, I love it.
Clash, seriously clash. I just thought, mood nahi kar raha tha wearing a sari and all the weather's so weird. Then I looked at the butterfly on my top and I'm like, isi ke saath kuch karte hai. So,
I feel you. I feel you.
yeah. So go back a little bit, like take the phone back a bit so I can see your look as
Uh,
well.
okay. So the thing is, my phone is on charging. If I keep it like this, would that be okay? Oh
Do you want
man,
to lean
no,
sideways and
no,
look at
no.
Jayna?
Is this okay, or do you want me to keep it like this?
So actually, whichever way you want to be is perfectly fine, but the connection doesn't seem to be very good. So everyone who is in the live right now with us, can you just confirm if you can see us both clearly and if you can hear us both clearly? Hello, Steve. And Lakshmi is here. Hi. Style Kid is here. Hello, Milan.
Hi, Sue.
Thank you, PJ. Hmm. Sufi is a friend of Jayna's, I guess. Hello, Sufi.
Oh,
Hi. So okay, nobody's talking. Everyone's being super polite. But hey, people, just confirm if you can see me and you can see Jayna. Jayna is a
I can
really
see you.
gorgeous actress and model who also happens to be a friend of mine. Okay, Steve is saying fuzzy. Which one of us is fuzzy? Dishpa is here. Hello, Dishpa. Finally managed to make it. Can hear clearly. Video is a little hazy. Oh, what a pity. So we are going to take a few seconds to ensure this is right because Jayna and I have both put in a lot of effort on our makeup and
I
our
know.
looks to look good.
I
So,
know. Don't
okay, sorry
feel
about that.
bad.
Poor reception. Okay, so can all of you who are saying this just confirm whether it's at Jayna's end or my end or both of us or your end? Okay, Jayna, you seem to be a little clearer now. Are you able to see me clearly?
You're coming like in like like like. I
I'm
mean like
coming through in waves like the Pink Floyd
patterns.
songs.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it's the
patterns.
network is
No,
coming.
that is just that is all the war paint on my face.
No, it's like you're talking something and then it stops because of the network.
Oh dear. Okay. So your end is clear now. I'm guessing that is to me. Sati Silan is saying. Rikhil is here. Hello. Hot, sexy Rikhil, who was my date last time. But we won't pay any more attention to the other people. We'll only pay attention to Jayna today.
No, it's fine. Rikhil, I loved the way you guys were the last time. Literally, I loved it.
So everyone's going to love what you and I are going to get up to this week, this
Yeah.
tonight. Okay, that sounds all kinds of wrong. That is not how I meant it, but so, Jayna, just thank you for doing this. And, I'm just in a really good mood right now. I was in a terrible mood earlier today and I called you and like, oh, what is this and all that. And you just set me right. You always just make me feel so like everything is
Well,
chill.
you deserve
Everything
it.
will work out well.
You deserve
So,
it.
I'm just so happy to have you in my life. So a little bit of context for everyone else. Jayna is dating someone who is a very dear friend of mine, who may or may not be peeping in on this live to check what we are saying about him. But we will not mention him anymore. But we'll try not to mention him. But so that's really how Jayna and I met. And to be honest, I don't think I was very warm.
TJ is sending you kisses.
No, no, we are going to ignore him today. Today is all about you. Today's for you and me only.
Yes.
So when Jayna and I met, I don't think I was that warm to her because I'm just very like my inner circle only. And, people have to earn their way into my inner circle and some rubbish like that. The fact that we are friends now is completely down to you, Jayna. Like you just, kind of reached out. And especially this year, the year you have had especially. But I'm just so glad to have you in my life. You've been reaching out and be like, Ramya, how's your mood today? What's happening? How are you? And
I mean,
every now and then
it's
getting
good
on
to
video
have.
calls.
I feel like it's great to talk to you because I believe we were having this conversation the other day where you were just straight up able to say a person that I mean your views might be your views but they're not mine, so
Yeah,
it's just so
yeah.
straightforward. So that's so much to learn. Like I can't do that, and I just feel so happy that you also talk to me and let me know about so many things. And thank you for
Both
that.
ways, no?
Yeah.
Both ways, no? I think, and I love our subject today. I didn't really think it would go this far, but we are different. We come from different generations. You're in your 20s. You're really young, but there's so much I think that comes out in our conversations, and we've talked for hours, right?
We
And like, oh my God, where did the time go? And we've talked about so many things.
that's
So really, I think even today's conversation, really, do you want to tell everyone else who's here how we decided to pick up this topic of sharing space?
so yeah, I mean sharing space, it's not necessarily to be in a relationship. It's also friendship. It's also sharing a little space with the driver you're driving with to work. It's
True, true.
it could be anybody. And uh, so me and Ramya, we started sharing, me and her also, it's not a relationship, but we started sharing an emotional space with each other, and very organically,
Yeah,
just very organically with time. So
yeah,
also I am living in with my partner, which makes me realize a lot of importance of having my own space and not being like around him all the time. So I mean, a commemoration of all of these things, we were like, why don't we talk about this? That's our
yeah.
observation with each other, with the relationship, with the people we have met around. So
True.
yes.
True. And interestingly, we asked people a bunch of questions, right? And what I thought was really interesting, of course, one of the questions we asked them, what are some things that you find super annoying in having to deal with other people in shared spaces? Or what are things that you conflict with? Either the people you love or the people that you're living with. So, which means it could be your
Yes.
romantic partner or your family members, whoever, or even your flatmates and people that you're, kind of sharing either physical spaces like rooms and, home, or it could even be an emotional space, like you said. And really, when you and I first connected, we were sharing an emotional space of your partner, my friend's life, right?
Yes.
We kind of had to find a way to be around each other while not causing too much drama and stress for
That's
him,
true.
because we both care about him. And I think that is, from there it's transcended to being an independent relationship that you and I share, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. But we know that
It's
that doesn't really
beautiful.
happen often.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah. It's
So
beautiful. I feel it's beautiful. The
it
way,
is, and so much of it I think was just honest communication on both sides, right? Like I know in the initial days when you first got together, I friended you and then I unfriended you because I was like, you know what, I don't care, I don't want to think about all this and all, and I honestly didn't think that much about how you would feel about it. And later on, like you asked me, like, and you were very honest about it. You didn't kind of go behind my back and snipe to him or say that no, you know, you cannot be friends with Ramya anymore because she's so rude and all. And you said, so what happened? Like, what happened really? And that
yeah.
in turn allowed me to say that no, you know what, this was what was on my mind. But the fact that you're asking me is making me realize I should not have been that thoughtless, because you're not that thoughtless about it. Um, what I found interesting is in the answers that came to the questions, there were people who said that they wanted more space, and there were people who said that they don't want so much space. So, like, I feel like any kind of we are constantly negotiating space with each other, all of us,
That's
like humanity in general. Now, so like, what are your thoughts on that? What how do how do we all do this? And it keeps causing what people call drama. I feel like I've been talking a lot.
no, no, no. I think it's also, I think in one of the conversations which we talked about that when people need space, they are also coming from their experiences again, and they, if they see a similar situation with me, they maybe don't want to hurt me, and that's why they don't want to say anything, but they want to calm themselves down, and that's why it's not just a relationship again. It can be
Yeah,
friendship, it can be anything,
yeah.
it can even be your driver again.
True,
uh,
true.
yeah, so it's just, it's I mean, I can't really say how important is it for that space to be there, that just for no drama to be around and peace to be around, and I feel like cordial, what do you say, living, like
Yeah,
living in
yeah.
a cordial way. So, I mean, and also, I feel like you were not someone who was like, no, my friends and she can't enter types. You were more protective about your friend who's my partner.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
more
That's true.
protective about him. And
Yeah, yeah,
later, when you started getting to know me, it was just about time. Yeah, it was just about
yeah,
time when
yeah.
you actually started to know me. You were like, yeah, I'm forming an individual relationship with her.
But that's where I think that takes a certain maturity to understand, because, and in all fairness, I don't I see, I've been in your place as well, where I felt like, why should I be nice to people who are not being nice to me? Because I'm in a relationship with the person I'm in a relationship with. It's not for his friends to judge me. And so I've been so caught up in my own feelings. And I feel like we all do this in different ways. It takes a lot to rise above, I'm feeling so bad, to there must be some mindset, some thought behind why the other person is being the way they are being. And to say, let me consider that and see if there is a way around this. That's where I think, I mean, you really win hands down on that. And it benefits everyone, right? It really benefits everyone, that kind of a mindset.
Well, that's
It,
the mindset. That's the mindset. You get the benefit and let everyone else get the benefit too. That's
True,
exactly the
true that.
mindset.
True that. I think this is
Yeah.
getting even more and more important in our current times. And interestingly, you mentioned the driver. Literally, COVID has proven to us that no matter how well to do you are, how successful you are, how much you protect yourself, you insulate yourself, saying that I'm only going to move around with in this is what my life is going to be like in a bubble. It could just hit you, and the thing is, that's why. So we both believe in masks and taking precautions, not just because that's good for us, it protects us, but because it protects everyone else around as well. And that bit
That,
is very difficult for us to navigate, I would think, right? Both people like us, where we go out and see people who are not wearing masks and,
oh my
just like
God.
not taking precautions.
So something similar happened today. So um, me and I went to some place to get. I went to the Chucky, okay, to get atta. So now, when I went there, there were a lot of ladies there, and they were not wearing a mask. It was in this um very old Catholic kind of a lane, so everybody
Yeah.
knew each other. Maybe that's the reason they were not wearing a mask. But I felt very uncomfortable, and I was like,
Yeah,
need that atta. I don't need it.
I know.
It can.
No, no, seriously. I've had to be rude to people and say please, and these are people who are nicely dressed and like gaadi se utar ke and all that, and no mask, or they're wearing it like a mask beard. Anyway, I think
Oh
this is
my
something
God.
that we agree on. So it is like people who don't wear masks should be like very bad. Like what is this like? But
I know.
on another, I mean this of course is like a very it's very obvious. It's that there isn't even a yes no about it. But for instance, hey, Naina's here, by the way, common friend. Hi, Naina.
Hi, Nana. So she was my Cupid, by the way. Nana is
I
my
know,
Cupid.
I know. The first time I met you, Naina was also there, remember? And then we all went out for a drink. Yes.
I know. Yes, yes. Of course, I remember.
Naina. So, something else that struck me, sometimes things are not quite as clear as that. And some of the answers reveal that as well. For instance,
Yes.
I'm a neat freak. I'm a lot like your partner, who's like, things have to be in order,
Ask
everything
me
has to be
about
put away. And you, by your own admission, you are, well, how would you like to describe it?
I'm a mess. I'm a mess here. I'm a complete mess. So it's actually good for me to have people like you to tell me, oh no, 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 not this direction, go this direction.
So that is very nice of you, but I have cohabited with people who are let's just say not quite as compulsive about tidiness as I am,
Hmm.
and then it just becomes a battle of wills because there is no two ways about it. Like someone like me, I can argue about why being neat and tidy is the better way to live, makes you a better human being. But someone who's not like that can also argue about how theirs is the better way to live. There is just no, right or wrong about that. And the thing is, it makes life very difficult for both people. It truly does. Like from my side, I cannot think if there is a mess around. I walk into a room and if like a door is open, like a cupboard door or the drawer is not pushed in fully or something like that, or like right now it's irritating me but that the curtain behind me, the back of it is showing. But I don't want to take my face away from the camera, so it's like I'll kind of do this so that you can't see it. It's literally like that. It's like a little insect is burrowing in my head. It's like, nah, straighten it out, straighten
Do
it out,
it.
straighten.
Do it.
Do it, do it, do it. I'm just going to do it.
Oh
Sorry,
my
I just
God.
had to do that. It's annoying me.
Oh man,
But,
I'm
yeah,
so happy to have you guys. See, for me, it's more than battle. It's like peaceful coexistence. If this makes
yeah,
you happy and it's good, it's nothing like it's bad. So there's no
right.
reason for me to like fight or be like, no, I'm gonna be a mess if I'm a mess.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah,
bringing
that's true.
discipline in my life. That's
That's
great.
true. But I mean, it's not always okay. It's like I'm just kind of throwing situations at you like that are harder and harder and harder and this. But let's kind of take this beyond the very physical spaces that we share. Obviously, those are neatness and versus not neatness is a very common thing, and it's a very odd thing. Have you noticed couples? A lot of couples, it's very rare that both of them are messy or both of them are tidy. It'll always be one of them is the tidy one and one of them is the messy one.
It's a mess. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like
I've maybe seen couples where both of them are like the tidy ones, but never seen like both of them are like a mess. Yeah.
I don't think I've actually seen any tidy, like two both people tidy either. I feel
Yeah.
like maybe, we kind of, we fall into those roles because if you're sharing a space, somebody has to be responsible for ensuring the doors are locked when you
Yeah.
go to sleep. Somebody has to make sure that the taps are closed properly.
Yeah.
On the other hand, somebody has to make sure that the person is not absolutely losing it and spiraling over things that don't really matter. Somebody has to make sure that you're maintaining perspective. So people who are very tidy, and I say this as a tidy person myself, people who are very tidy also we tend to get agitated very easily. We tend to lose perspective, and that's where people who are messy are also people who are more like you can see the big picture. So it's not such a so maybe because of that that's why like the opposites attract thing. Like we both have
That is
things
true.
to teach each other, help each other. Let's think about
Yeah.
emotion. Let's think about emotional spaces. The sharing of emotional spaces. Since our conversation basically started with not sharing a tangible, like a room or a house, but the sharing of emotional boundaries and things like that. What do you
Yes.
think? Are there any do's and don'ts? Richard is saying the messy person and the tidy person can live in harmony ingloriously, which makes it a very like it could be glorious if everything was aligned and clean and neat.
That is true. That is true. I mean, coming back to your question, emotional space. I mean, I don't know. It's just making me realize in this lockdown that it's just so important to fall back on something. So important
Yeah,
to just be able to be able to to be able to talk to someone who is not in your space, but you're just like a call away. And when you talk to them, they're actually like giving you that vibe that you're there, you are
yeah,
there, you
right. Yeah,
uh, will hold back no matter what. It's so difficult, and
yeah,
that I feel I feel like I can literally count on my fingers how many people can I do that with.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's how I think. How about you?
Same. I think the pandemic has really, especially the pandemic has, it's brought up both issues. On one hand, we all desperately need we all need people who make us feel safe, secure, relevant, wanted, loved, all of that. But because all of us have had to be closeted indoors for long stretches and not having our usual, the larger life, we are also realizing we need the space also. And we need space often from the same people who provide us that sense of security and stability and all of that.
True.
So it's been a very, it's like both ways. Like, God,
That's
this is
so
so frustrating, but also, oh my God, thank goodness this person is okay, and I'm doing everything I can to make sure they're okay, and they're doing everything as well. It's
that's
this year has been such a roller coaster ride between these two things, right?
that's true. That's true. Actually, my brother, my real brother, he I've never really shared like a great relationship with him, but I need. I mean, I will talk to him like maybe once in like say 1 month. But
Yeah,
even after speaking to them like once in like 1 month, I feel like
yeah,
I need that emotional space with them.
yeah,
I can't have him all the time. I can't. I'm so sorry.
yeah.
So
That's
yeah. So sorry. I was half
buddy.
distracted.
Hmm.
Yes, buddy. He's
You
going
can
down
you
for a
can
walk.
show him. You can share him with everyone if you're
Yes,
okay with that.
buddy. He's going down for a
Hello.
walk.
So I posted a story earlier saying only people of the human persuasion invited to this live because I am allergic to dogs and cats. But I forgot that
Yeah.
there is a glass screen, so I can fully partake of a dog or cat's company without having to inhale dog or cat hair.
Yeah.
It's a horrible thing to be allergic to. Like seriously, it's like being allergic to hugs or something. Yeah, this is like what nonsense. Like yeah,
Oh.
just rubbish this is.
I
So,
know.
so interestingly, and again, and we talked about this. So, I know that your partner and you have certain rules that you've decided with each other as well, which includes disconnecting from certain parts of each other, your respective pasts as well.
Yes.
And that has been an interesting journey because I'm part of both your lives, and I'm also connected to some parts of those pasts as well, fairly
I
closely
know.
connected. So should we just like bring the address the elephant in the room and just kind of put that out there? How we managed to be so cool about it?
Yeah, I mean, see, so me and my partner have had a lot of fights about um, my exes being friends with my current friends. So I have always had a say where I've been like, that connect is individual, and
Yeah,
that's not causing any kind of inconvenience in my life. When that
right.
will happen, when I am included in that dimension, I will let them know. So as
Yeah,
far as I am not involved, I don't think it's my business to even uh, think about or even ask anyone to be like, no, you should not do this. Why?
yeah,
You guys
yeah,
connected. So that's your
yeah,
individual relationship.
yeah,
Oh, when it comes to me and my partner, so our experiences have been, it's our past hasn't been too glorious, okay? Both of us have been like painting the town red before we met each other. And because of that past itself, we are a little insecure, and we want to be secure with each other and then be like, okay, you can talk to whoever you want.
yeah,
So I think that's the kind of security we are building right now, to be and you being friends with whoever, that's
yeah.
your individual connect to them.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
It's still a very, by the way, I do have to pause for a second and say hi to Sahil. Sahil is again a good friend of everyone, both of us, as
I
well as the person who has. Sahil is the one who introduced me to your partner who will remain unnamed on this live.
is also here.
Who? Hey, Shikha's
Shika.
here. Shikha's very
Yeah.
shameless. She hasn't come to a single live so far until now. You're here, so she's coming. Shameless,
Because she knows
Besharam.
both of us. Because she's added both of us, and she would have been like, oh man, both of us are them.
अभी तो आना ही पड़ेगा
अभी
shameless
तो
शिखा. So,
uh,
but to come back to that, Jayna, again, this is something that this has been a lesson for me. How both of you and your partner have navigated this because see, many years ago, I was seeing someone who was not very nice to me, didn't behave very nicely to me. That's a different story. But when I was seeing him, I ended up becoming friends with a bunch of his friends. And notably, one of his friends had just got married, and his friend's wife and I really hit it off because we both liked reading, and just a lot of fun. And after things kind of went south between me and that person, I still stayed friends with her because she was really great, and I knew that she stayed friends with, well, that guy, because that was her husband's best friend, and they'd been classmates and all that. And she and I are still friends now, almost 12, 13 years later. And I know
wow.
that she's still great friends with that guy as well, because they've, like, he's moved to another country, and this couple has gone and stayed with them multiple times and all of that. And a lot of it, I think, is down to her. Of course, I would not. It's also a very I don't like being the one to say, no, you can only be friends with me. And, when I was much younger, I didn't have that confidence. But I think a lot of it has to do with her also. I never felt like, she was equally sympathetic to me. And I don't know, I mean, I don't care what her friendship with
Yeah.
that person is. But she was very clear that, look, I can empathize with you, but that doesn't mean I'm going to fight your battles for you. And I would not even expect, I don't, I think you're more mature than to expect me to stop being friends with him. And
Yeah.
I think that was, so a lot of it, I took my cues from her also in that sense. And in that sense, I feel like I've also taken my cues from you in this, where, I never felt like I had to apologize or feel uncertain about continuing to stay friends with some of those people. And they are my
Yes.
friends, right? So
Yeah.
it's that this as well. But it's not always that simple, because people do get hurt, and it's like, why are you not on my side when, like, you're supposed to be on my side. If you're my friend, then you have to, like, you should also cut off with this person. I feel like that's a very natural tendency for a lot of people. So, how do you do it, magical
I
Jayna?
It's really never come to me. It has it has never come to me about, okay, you take sides. You can take sides if you want, Uh don't be on my side. If you don't want, it's a choice I leave on you completely. You feel
Yeah,
uncomfortable. There have been instances where because of whatever, people have like not been friends with me, but that's their choice. And if somebody is
right.
being nice to me, I have absolutely no reason to be like, oh no, choose sides. Talk to them, talk to me, or nothing happening. Why would I do that? If they're not
Well,
meeting me
that's
for
wonderful, but I'm letting you know beforehand, I'll be very upset if you become friends with my exes. I will be very angry. I will be so upset. And your
I will
partner knows about
love
this. Your partner knows about this. I have told him categorically, you're not allowed to be friends with my exes. No, like, you will have to answer to me if I even see you, even if I see you even smile at them.
no, no, no. I'll be walking like this in front of them, like don't look at me, don't look at me.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Like, that is like, you are my friend. You're not allowed to. No,
Yeah,
like, mine.
you're an
Sahil and I have had arguments about this incidentally as well. Sahil and I have been friends for many years now, 15 years, I think we've been friends. I'm like, how can you talk to so and so? That is not other than.
Oh.
It is
So,
just, yeah,
so
it is
Sahil,
what it
Shikha,
is.
and TJ have been uh
They're trolling each other. They're not even listening to
trolling
us,
each
Jayna.
other as usual.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the comments now. You seem to have a lot of admirers, Jayna. There are people saying, love you, Jayna.
Oh yeah?
Uh,
Wow.
yeah. Hello, lovely, says Nena. Sakshi is here. Hi, Sakshi. I don't know, Jayna, if you know Sakshi. Sakshi is a
I know
lovely
Sakshi.
poet. You
Sakshi.
do? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wonderful. Uh, Richard is here, of course. Richard is just so amazing always. Neha is here! Yay! Okay. Yes, I'm like, this is such a sea change, right? Earlier today, I was like, oh, I don't want people. I don't want to talk to people. To now, yay, people. I like
I
people.
remember. I remember.
That is all thanks to Jayna, because I got on a call with Jayna, and like, at the end of that call, I was just like, yes, I like people again. All of you
People.
should be like Jayna. All of you should be Jayna. If you're all Jayna, then I will like the world very
Oh,
much.
you're just too sweet.
I am not sweet at all. You know that.
You are.
नहीं यार अभी like now we are going into like a total mutual admiration society. Shikha is saying you are sitting right beside her, like, so we've decided we are not going to take the name of the person who has connected the two of us.
But Shikha
Shikha is
has.
also Shikha has, so Shikha can in the comments. Vicky Anand says I'm scared. Why Vicky? Like, what about I can. Oh, is that a reference to my makeup? This is supposed to be butterflies. Are you allergic to butterflies?
I love it. I love it. Whoever
Thank you.
doesn't like it, sorry. No, please like it.
That's okay. Okay, Sahil is such a meanie. He says, I'm going to go. I have to tweeze my eyebrows. That's
Oh.
Sahil. Kamina. Tweeze my eyebrows, it seems. He's making fun of me, Jayna, because he thinks this is a unibrow. There was this one
When,
time when at an event which your partner was hosting, and I was
huh?
performing, and I was
Yeah.
very angry because I was going to do a protest poem. So I was dressed entirely in black, and I was wearing this fascinator thing with a net veil. And Sahil comes up to me and he says, "Who died? You look like you're going to a funeral."
Oh man, only Sahil can do that.
Okay, and your partner is saying, "Call me later." Okay, okay. आपका private conversation खत्म हो गया, तो please pay attention to the two of us.
Okay, Boy Shali says, "Hey Jana, I like the look. Do you remember? Okay, who Boy Shali is? Do you remember we went to this fish festival, Ramya?
Yes, 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 yes.
You remember we met one of my friends there?
Sorry, no. Because I
So
ended
yeah,
up eating too much and being sick that very night. I'm so sorry, Boishali.
yeah, I know. So that's Boy Shali.
That was such a weird night now. एकदम into excitement में I thought, I will suggest something for the three of us to do. And I said, let's go to this fish festival and a seafood festival and that. We went walking through and what is it that we tried that day, Jayna? We tried something. Both of us tried it for the first time. Um,
I tried an octopus. And
Octopus. Yes, we both tried
octopus.
octopus.
I was like, oh my god.
I think we were all three of us were unwell when we got back home because I got home and I threw up and then I texted your partner and he's like, okay, she just finished throwing up and I'm going to throw up.
Oh, you texted me. You texted me and you were like, you know what? I am not feeling well. Is it happening with you also? I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
true, true. I think it was
Yeah,
just, yeah, um, puking bonded us.
I know.
Very.
I know.
Oh, Boishali is so sweet. She says, now I know I met a butterfly on the fish festival. That is so sweet of you. Your friends are as
Oh,
sweet as you. Know?
thank
Okay,
you.
so we are at 40 minutes now. Would you like to plug something?
Yeah, sure. I mean, uh, I wish this conversation could go further. I'm having so much fun. We talked about anything, everything but shed
Which,
spaces.
which, it will, but on the live, I'm very determined that this time we will leave people with something wanting rather than like this. I'm just being in a
Yeah,
mean mood today. So, like, we
yeah.
will not let you into, like, after this becomes the velvet rope, which will be like only Jayna and I are on that conversation. Like,
Yes.
the
So,
rest of you will have to imagine, like, what it is like being friends with this awesome person. But,
oh man, you're just too sweet. You're too sweet.
nahi yaar, it's just no, but actually I do want to say that everyone who answered to the questions that we posted, that was so great because usually we don't get that many answers, but a lot of answers came in and they were all really genuine, authentic. Some of them really made us laugh as well. Posted a photo of
Oh my
that as
god.
well, right? Oh my God, like people saying this. And we were not laughing. If you're watching it, if that was your answer that you think we were laughing at, we were not laughing at you. We were laughing at the fact that, oh my God, this is so relatable, and oh my God, this is such an
Exactly.
irritation.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, funny, but it's so true. Like, I
I
feel
know
it.
it's like, ugh, like why do people do this?
Do this. Oh, do you wait? Do you remember that one? What what is something that is not acceptable in a shared space? Uh,
Yeah.
and somebody said honking when the lights are red.
You know the one that made me laugh?
Which one?
Farting and pretending someone else did it.
That is true. That is
I literally, when I saw those answers, I called Jayna and I'm like, Jayna, listen, listen, this is what people
God.
said.
I remember, and I
And she
lost
laughed
some of.
so much.
I
She
know.
laughed
My
so much. I
God,
think a
some of
partner
her.
came in and he's like, what is happening over here? And then I took a screenshot of us both laughing and posted it. It's hilarious. But yeah,
That's
all of
the
you,
shared space we share.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So everyone who shared an answer, participated in the poll, I really want to say thank you, people, thank you so much because that's super generous of you. So great, and I really wish I hope at least a few of you have been part of this live. If not, you can watch the video, and next time you can come be part of the live as well, and you can watch as we are awesome together. But
Yes.
Jayna, what do you want to plug?
So, I'm actually a part of this application, a Japanese application, which I will soon put up on the link I will put up on my bio or something. It's called Live It,
Okay.
Livit, all in caps. So I'll be hosting games and I'll be entertaining the audience there. All of y'all are, I mean, I'll be more than happy to have you people there. Download Live It and let's just come and have fun. Yeah, that's the spelling that Ramya has
Yeah.
written.
And the app is on the Android Play Store as well as the Apple App Store.
Yes.
Once again, Jayna, do you want to tell them your handle as well?
Yes. Oh my God, what would I do without you? It's Jayna_Ruchandani, same as my Instagram.
Okay, so Jayna, why don't you do one thing? Once we get done with this live, just whenever you put up a post about it, maybe put up a post on your Instagram as well, and I will give you a shout out in my stories also. Because I think enough of people here are really falling in love with you and will want to engage with you again. Ruchandani.
Well, let's hope. And everybody also, please having this, I mean, have the same response on Ramya's questions for her girl XX Factor that she is going to have, and it's
Girl
going to be rocking with different topics. This topic, which we touched, was so personal, and I'm so happy that I shared this space with you, Ramya. Nobody else but you. So I'm so
So
glad.
I've been actually thinking of changing the title because initially I'd started off thinking it would go in one direction. I thought I would only have women and we would talk about very serious topics and all. But I ended up having so much fun, and I realized I have great conversations with people of all genders. So it's kind of gone beyond just being about XX factor, which XX chromosome and girl talk and all. What do you think? Do you think I should change the title to better reflect that?
Completely, completely. I think everybody would love it. You
You
should.
know,
You should. I
we
mean,
will do something like that, and we will then maybe I'll have you on another episode of one of those as well. Today,
why
actually,
not?
yes, thank you, Devanshi. Devanshi is a friend as well, and you're right in time for something that I want to plug as well.
Yes.
If any of you have seen the movie Juno or even Inception, the actor who played Juno or Adriani, the maze architect in Inception, has just posted a really important announcement yesterday. This person has posted that their name is Elliot Page now, and that they've come out as a trans person. So their preferred pronouns are he/they. So I saw it last night when I was on Twitter, and I think this is magnificent because trans lives, right? Trans rights are very important. I'm just very glad that finally people are talking about it. It actually made me think about. I first thought, okay, I don't have any trans friends, but that's not really true. I just don't have any friends who, as of now, have come out as trans. I don't know how many people are feeling like they have to hide their identity, and it's a horrible thing. Whether a person has to hide their identity because of their assigned gender or whether it's their sexuality, whatever it is, I think that's a really horrible thing to happen to anyone. So I would just, maybe suggest, and I'm doing this myself. I'm trying to think about how I can make the world I live in, and how do I make my presence feel a lot more safe and welcoming for the people in my life. If someone were to, want to come out as trans, what can I do from my end? And it's not as simple as just saying that, yay, trans rights, and everyone, you can tell me anything and all that. So I think it's worth just thinking about what can each of us do individually in our lives. It's not about some trending hashtag. It's about just thinking about, in my life, am I am I being a good enough friend or, a relative of every sort, to make the people that I love feel like they can tell me and they can rely on my support no matter what. So
Yeah.
that's linking to our topic for today as well of shared spaces. So let's all try and be more like Jayna and be respectful and considerate and happy about other people.
Well, that's you. That is you. I mean,
That is
even
both of
also,
us. Okay.
it's the entire description. Just. I mean, be a confidant. Be a
Yeah.
confidant. Someone who someone just feels so safe and secure to
Yeah.
just open up and be like,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's really
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm so
Or even
glad.
if it is not, even if it's not, as far as the outer world is concerned, it's a dangerous world, but with me you're safe. With me, like things are always going to be good. I think it's always a good idea to keep thinking, and especially if these are people in our lives. So there's no, there is no limit to how much we can do to make them feel cared for and loved. So I think
So true.
that's just that's a good thing to keep in mind.
Yes.
So yeah, on that note, should we? Okay, just a minute. Devanshi is saying, put your pronouns in your bio to show you're more welcoming. I've seen people do it. So to normalize asking for pronouns, it's a normal thing, so people don't feel awkward too. Yes, that's one thing that I've been seeing people do. It's okay. I mean, I think that's one of the many things. But again, that's more like signaling to people. What I'm talking about is, less of the talking and more about just thinking in terms of, are you giving off the vibe of someone who will be accepting of this? So actually, I know I said that we should wrap up, but this is something I forgot to mention earlier. Jayna, I told you about this, but a few years ago, I met this person, and again, I met this person on a dating app. It was completely casually. And while having coffee with the person, I discovered that he had very strong political views, which were opposed to mine. And you know me, I have very strong political views as well. And the thing is, we ended up having a really nice conversation. So I was very conflicted in my mind. Like, how can I be friends with someone who has such different political views, such different politics from mine? And while that conflict was on, and we would debate a lot, we'd get into like very loud arguments as well. Around that time, I went through a little crisis with my family. There was a health scare in my family, and this person is the only one who really stood by me. He was just there. And obviously, with nothing needed, nothing in return. And that somehow just brought it to mind that, on one hand, our ideas are very important to us, our politics are very important to us, but I think sometimes we can get carried away in the words and forget about there is a person there. And well, I'm not making any, that's also the reason why I'm not giving any further definers about what specific politics he had, which I'm opposed to. It's more
Yeah.
like, I've also been in a relationship with someone who claimed to be feminist and stand up for women's rights, and that person was violent towards me. So I know that what people say, what they want to project to the world, might end up being very different from how they really are, and that's human nature. So going back, that's why, I mean, Devanshi, I think there's nothing wrong in that, putting up the preferred pronoun thing. But I think too many people do that and think the job is over, and that is the exact opposite of what we are saying. Like it takes a lot more than just saying that I'm a chill person to make a place completely safe for other people. So
That is
really,
true. That is
thank you
so
for
true.
coming to my TED talk. I feel like I've given one bhashan on this.
Oh no, I think it was amazing, yeah. Amazing. I mean, we touched actually a lot of points more than shared space also. We
Yeah.
yeah, and I think it was great.
There's just a lot of interesting stuff in the shared space that we have. So let's put it that
Yes.
way.
Yes, that is true.
All right.
All
So
right.
on that note, let's say good night to everyone here, and thank you all. Thank you all for sharing this space with us and watching. And thank you,
Thank you
Gina,
everyone.
for doing this with me. Bye,
Thank
love. And
you, Ramya.
as always, this will be saved to my IGTV, so you
Yes,
can check it out anytime. Go back and revisit it if you want a little dose of Jaina goodness again.
forward to too.
All right.
I'm gonna wear it too. Yeah.
Okay. Bye, love.
Bye.
And okay, all right. And once again, that's a reminder. My name is Ramya Pandian. This is Girl Talk XX Factor. I do this every Wednesday at 10 p.m., where I invite a super interesting person in my life to come and join me for an unscripted conversation about some topic that is of interest to both of us. All the past episodes are saved to my IGTV, as will this one. So if you made it in late, or if you're watching the recording, then keep a lookout for next Wednesday's session as well. I would love to have you there. I also run stories and, I also run questions and polls during the week related to the topic. So you can jump in and be part of the conversation at that as well. So on that note, good night, everyone. And